Let's go through LeetCode 3307. Find the case character in string game. For this question, it give us the initial string word as A and an integer array as operations. And for the operation, it has two type of operation. Zero, that is append a copy of the word to itself. And one is generate a new string by changing each character word to its next character in English alphabet and append it to the original word. So let's find the case character after this operation. So for example, original it is A, right? And the operation, if the first one is zero, what we do is that we need to copy itself, right? After it. And for example, the operation that is one, then we need to change AA to BB and append to that. If there is a zero again, right? So it will be A, B, B, right? So if the next one is one, then this will become B, B, A, C. This is C, C, B, B, C, C. Right, so that will be B, B, C, C, B, B, C, C, right? So let's ask the case character after these operations. So we'll say, actually, this kind of characters, you'll see it is the length is just a doubling. So it is length. It is for one operation. It is changed to two, right? That is two power one, and the second operation that will be length four, right? And then the third operation will be eight, and the fourth operation, the length will be 16. So we know the case character. For example, this is the third operation has this kind of length, right? So the K, it can have two kind of scenario. The first scenario is sitting in the first half. The second scenario is sitting on the second half, right? So if it is sitting on the first half, then we'll say it is if it is sitting in the first half, then we'll say those kind of operations, right? So for example, we have an index as operation, which will cover to those kind of K, right? So if it is sitting in this first operation, then we'll have, for example, this helper and the K and operations index. What is the index? Index is, let's say, the last operation, which can cover K, right? So that will be equals to help K operations index minus one, right? And if it is sitting on the second half, so what will happen? This help K operation index will be the same as the help this K K minus this half. For example, this half is L minus L and the operation and the index minus one. And for this character, if the index I, it is one, right? Then we'll change to the next character. If it is zero, just equal to this, right? So that is a two state. And what is exit condition? Exit condition is that for the first character, right? It is A, right? So that means if our index that is changed to minus one, we'll just terminate. So after this analysis, we can write this code in some pseudocode, right? So we know we need a private char. We call find char, okay? And we need to have a long page, and this one as operations, and we have an index as a parameter, right? So that means that for every we trying to see this k if it is smaller than this kind of index. This index for every index, right? So it is increasing the size to be size 2 to the power index, right? So that means if our k is smaller than this kind of length, half length, right? This length is actually the 2 to the power index. So if this one is smaller than this one, right? So we can just say this kind of operation is just the just we can shift this index to be index -1, right? So what do we say is that if k is smaller equal to 2 to the power, actually mass power it will be double, right? So we can use this long length equals 1 shift index, right? So I say if this one is smaller equal to this, right? It means we are on the first half, right? On the first half, we just we don't need we can just say this kind of result is the same as return find the char k operations index -1, right? And else, let's say um, let's say if it is on the second half, right? So we'll say this character will be have the same, have a similar character on its first half, right? So we just find the character, find the char in this part. So we'll say this char C equals find the char k minus L, right? In operations index -1, right? And also this character will depend on what kind of operation it is, right? If it is 1, right, a copy of the next, then this char should shift 1, right? So what we do is that we need to return get next, like the right function called get next C and operations index. So yeah, see what is termination condition is that if this kind of index is smaller than 0, right, then we return the first character A. For the index equals to 0, right, we still need to consider if this is one or one or that is also determine the k, right? K for index equals to 0, that means we have one operations. So if it is smaller than 0, right? So that means it goes to, we don't have any operations anymore, right? So we can write get next private char, get next one, and we have char c and int op. So the thing is that if this op equals to 0, then return c, right? And if it is 1, that will be c plus 1 and convert to char. But for z, it will return a, right? So we can write return just to be some general case. That is, we can write something like a plus c minus a plus op and mod 26. So we say return find the char pay operations and we say this is a minus 1, right? But for this question, you see, when this test case is very large, it will have the Stack Overflow and cause this result to be incorrect. So what we think is that instead we have the index start from the last, right? Because we'll see the k is just in the as a long, right? So that means it will always to be 2 to the power 64, right? So that means some of those operations, if it is 100, those kind of operations after that should be useless. So we should so that means we for this kind of fun charts, this k will always sit in the first half for the later part. So in this case, our index we should not start from a minus 1, right? Because the later part will do a lot of recursion call. So we can start the index from the one we need. So what we can say that, for example, we have int index equals a minus 1, right? So what we do is that have long v equals 1l. So for int I equals 0, I smaller than n, I plus plus. Then we'll say if v greater equal to k, then we'll have index equals I and break. And we'll have a just a shift 1, right? Shift equal to 1. So in this case, we don't need to put this one as a minus 1. We just put it as index. Okay, so this will be the code, right? And we can also write a Python version for this. So we are going to have def find the char, right? And we are going to have pay so we need this k, right? Because we want to this k to minus the first half L. So we needed this k parameter. This changed, right? K eight and operations. This one as list of int and index as int. That's this one return str. Okay. So what we do is that if the index is smaller than zero, then we return this kind of a, right? And we'll say R equals this one index. So we'll say if k is smaller equal to L, then we'll just return find the char k and operations index minus one as we'll have c equals find the char k minus L operations index minus one, and we return get next get char. We'll write a get char state operation index. So we need a depth data chart. C is string copy that is an interact and data returns string. So what we do is that return we should have this ord say minus ord a plus op and mod 26 and plus ord a. Okay, so for our main function, what we do is that we also we just try to find the char k operations, and also we need a let's get an index, right? Let's get an index. So what we do is that a equals plus operations, and so index equals n minus one, and let's have v equals one. So for I in range n, we're going to say if v is already greater than k, then I index equals I and break. And let's say always have the v left shift equals to one, right? And we just find chart to index. Let's look at if this one, if this is smaller than index minus one, get ratio. So maybe get char equals operation this kind of char minus a plus OD mod 26 plus ODA go to char. Find this will be K. This will be operations. So if this is and this is the first half the length. So if this is smaller equal to, then find the operations index minus one. And this is not a k minus one, it's k minus l. Okay.